supposed to do with this? Not going out in it. It's miserable, like relentless rain. It's been like this all night last night. You know what? Let's go take care of the van today. Let's go do some stuff that involves taking care of the house. General maintenance is important. What are they doing to our house, bro? Hey? Well, they're making sure the house is healthy. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
It's funny how the simplest things can leave the biggest hole.
There's the full rundown of everything that's being done to my van today. So I have a 2004 Ford E250, 8-cylinder, 4.6 liter. I'm getting a oil change, oil filter, air filter, and the whole rear differential fluid's been drained, new added, has different additive, gear oil, all that other stuff. Everything that's going to be needed to keep me up to date with all my service. Total on today's visit is $295.95. Total on this bill was $331.47. And I didn't even blink an eye to get this service done on my van. Here's the reality of this. Prior to me living in this van, I remember when I used to have the 9-to-5 job and working so many freaking hours, working for nothing. I was broke. I could have never afforded, ever, this kind of a maintenance bill without saving up for a month or two to make it actually happen. There's no way I could pull in and just say, yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it. It's my house. Let's just do it. In my old life, this would have been avoided. I would have said, you know what, just change the oil, forget about this. Or when my oil change came up on my car, because my car used to tell me, hey, time for an oil change, I used to reset it manually just to make it shut up because I could never afford the $50, $60, $70 oil change. I couldn't even afford it to buy the stuff and do the job myself. I was broke. And that's the reality of a lot of people jumping into van life is, you know, stuff like that. They don't have the cash for it. But when you get into the van and you realize that there's no more rent, to drop a $300 maintenance bill is nothing. Because if you look at it, you know, my oil change itself was 79 or 80 bucks. So now I know my oil change doesn't need to be changed again for 5,000 more kilometers. And I don't drive a whole lot. 5,000 more K. And the biggest part of this bill was my rear differential. If you don't know what the differential is, the things that hold on your back tire that make your back tires turn, that whole piece is called the diff, or the differential. So I changed all the gear oil and everything else in there, so everything's gonna move nice and smoothly. It was thick and it looked gross. And according to my service records, my van is at the kilometer reading that needed to be changed, right? When it comes to those kind of things, your engine, your transmission, all your things that have oil, like your differentials, stuff like that, all has a recommended service record from the van manufacturer. Follow that record. Do not ever skip a beat on that. If your van suggests an oil change every 3,000 kilometers, do it. Mine's 5,000. Do it. No questions. Don't go to 5,005. Do it at 5,000 or just before. Because they're there for a reason, because that's going to make your vehicle last that much longer. $300 and some odd dollars, no big freaking deal, guys. Just get the maintenance done and do it. Now I don't got to worry about it. And here's the reason why I use companies like this. I know I'm going to have people on here right now saying, Chrome, you could have saved a bundle if you did it yourself. I'm not that do-it-yourself kind of guy. I'm not the guy that's going to go under my van, have to get a pan to gather the oil, which I don't have room to store it in here, drain the oil into this pan. Then after that, I got to find a place to dispose of that oil, which is just another pain in the ass that I don't even want to go through. Besides, I'm not going to just drop it here in the middle of the city in a park or a parking lot. You know, those kind of things, that's where you get like bylaw infractions for doing it. So I just prefer to go into these places. Another reason why I love going into these places is, let me put this into real perspective for you. They have all my records, everything. They know what's done, what's been done, what was done last time, the exact kilometers this was done. But the cool thing is, this is super cool. I can drive into any of those locations anytime. They don't need appointments because they're just like those little 10-minute oil change places. You drive in anytime. The guy's like, hi, what can I do for you today? Just say, hey, I just want you to check all my fluids and my tire pressure, and that's it. They're like, no problem, sir. They go through and they top up everything from my brake fluid to whatever. They top it all up and make sure it's like just perfect. They check my tire pressure and there's like, is that everything for you today, sir? Yep. They pull it up in the computer. They mark down on my file what they did. And 99% of the time, the guys are like, yeah, no problem, man. See you later. Just so you know, your next oil change is in another 2,500 kilometers. And they usually don't charge you for those little tiny top-ups. Sometimes they do. If you're not a regular customer, you know, I find those places will charge you the first time, but once they notice that you're their regular service record service people, they just push you through. The last time I was in Victoria, the guys like topped up 3/4 of a liter on my transmission fluid and said, hey man, no problem, see you soon. That's it. But that's why I like guys like this, because then I don't gotta stress, I don't gotta worry, I just pay the bill. So how much have I spent on general van maintenance since owning my van? Not very much. Oil change is like 80 bucks every 5,000 kilometers, which is pennies in the grand scheme of it all. Today was my rear differential. When I first bought the van, I had everything serviced. Like when I bought the van and I drove it from the car lot right across the street to a Mr. Lube, and I pulled in and I'm like, guys, let's do it all. Because I don't know where this van has been. I don't know what it's been through. I don't want to like have them check the oil and says everything looks good. I'm like, you know what? Let's just start fresh with me. So I feel comfortable. So I made them dump it all. They dropped my engine oil. They dropped all my transmission fluid and did a transmission flush, did a transmission oil filter. And when I went in there, I'm like, look guys, the battery is dirty up front. Let's just give me a new one. So I did a full-blown service, completely. Except for the rear differential, I didn't do. The guy's like, look man, it actually looks really good. I wouldn't even bother with it. So I didn't. But everything else was fully done the day I bought my van. Literally within like 15 minutes of me starting my van for the first time and driving it off the car lot, it had a full-blown service. And I do that stuff because it's kind of, I don't know, it's a really reassuring feeling. Like even sitting in my van right now, knowing these guys did a full-blown walkthrough, they checked it all. The guys like, you have no leaks down below, everything looks good, tire pressures are perfect, all your fluids are topped up, everything looks great. We greased up everything that had a grease nipple underneath, so your whole van is lubed up. Have a great day, sir. And it makes me feel comfortable knowing that when I leave on this road trip, I ain't gotta stress about it. I know the van is lubed up, ready to go. But yeah, guys, the cool I really like the aspect of being able to just drive in and have them top up my fluids anytime. Or if I think my tire pressure is low, you just roll in and they top it up. Sure, I could do it myself, but when you're driving by these locations all the time, it's just easy to go whoop, and then back out on the road again. Anyway, guys, so general van maintenance, I wouldn't sweat it. These things are just a part of life, and when you stop paying that freaking huge lump sum to rent, these little maintenance things are just no big deal. Like, I don't even sweat it. Sure, it's 300 bucks, but now I know my home is rolling and rolling good. All right. On this note, let's talk about some maintenance here quick. Some mechanical stuff, because I know that's probably going to come up in the comments. I've had no mechanical problems in the van. Zero. I've owned this van since August 16th, 2017. Zero problems. I replaced a broken leaf spring in the back, which was 250 bucks cash. When I bought the van, it had brand new tires, brand new brakes, brand new rotors, just done. So all I've done in the van is I did the back brakes, which cost me like 200 bucks in total with the pads. And now my front brakes are starting to go, so that's going to be done soon. But other than that, this van has been top notch. But that also comes with taking care of general maintenance. Don't skip this stuff, guys. It's your house, it's your home. This stuff is so freaking important. So always keep a little bit of cash left over, even if it's 100 bucks kicking around, because it comes in handy for when your home goes knock, 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 knock. Hey man, good morning. I'm your van. I really could use a little bit of maintenance today. Can you take care of me? And you're like, yeah, no problem. I'll buy you some liquids. We'll get you topped up and feeling good. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. That's all I got for today. So if you guys have any questions at all about van maintenance and all that kind of stuff, hit them up in the comments. And maybe I've got some mechanics or people that work in the industry on my channel that can help you guys out. Don't ask me anything like that because I don't know nothing about the mechanical side. I could probably change the oil myself, and then you gotta get dirty. Get dirty. This rainy day, no freaking thank you. I'll leave the dirty work to somebody else. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching this video. And if you're new around here, welcome to Van City Van Life. This goes around here somewhere. Oh, he's sleeping with his teddy bear. Hey, are you tired after that oil change? Was that a lot of work? Are you sleeping with your new doggy? Hey, is that your new doggy? Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. I'll give you rubs too. Disco's like, whoa, what are you doing? Rub me, not him. All right, everybody. We out of here. See you later.